sometimes before we receive the good news about bringing a child into this world, we have so many questions that run through our mind. What were yours? And what did you, and how did you address them?
So my husband and I got married right before the pandemic, and we wanted to take 2 years just to enjoy our married life and, just have a good time before we decided to, we wanted to have a child. And I remember it was January of 2020, New Year's, and we were like, okay, I think this is the year that we're going to try and have a child. And obviously, the pandemic happened, and we got scared, and we just decided that we could wait till the pandemic was over. Even though I don't know if everybody remembers at that time, we didn't know when or how, and it was quite scary, especially the beginning of the pandemic. So it started settling down by the end of the year, but then the second wave happened in India, which was again pretty scary. And so again, we decided to delay it a little bit. We were seeing all sorts of scary things happening to women and to older people and parents and children, etc., with comorbidities. Again, we decided to wait, and then we said, okay, I think it's enough. Let's try, and that's when. But in this time, I was doing a lot of research. I was reading a lot about fertility, about what are the right things to, take, how to eat, the kind of lifestyle you need to lead. And I realized that I needed to, more than anything else, I needed to lead a very stress-free lifestyle. And yes, and the supplements and, sleeping on time and eating right and all of those things come in, and they play a huge part as well. So I'm very happy that Pregaforyou is taking a more holistic and a full approach to pregnancy.
Right. I love how, as women, we're so accurate about the dates in our lives. No?
Yes.
We just know all the dates that things happen, like you mentioned, the New Year's that we decided. Do you think ovulation tracking is important?
It's very important because contrary to what we were told or we know from that you just can't get pregnant in every day of the month. There are some days where you're more fertile, and and everybody's ovulation. I mean, a doctor will tell you this, but because as moms we know, because we've tried, you try to get pregnant, everybody's ovulation date is different. So it's not the same day for everyone. Like, everybody doesn't have a 30-day cycle or a 28-day cycle. I have a 32-day cycle. Some people have a 28-day cycle. Some people even go up to 35 days. And those 5 days when you're ovulating, before and after the ovulation, are those 5 days when you're the most fertile, and an ovulation tracker is your best friend at that point, because those are the 5 days where you are most likely to get pregnant.
Right.
So I did use an ovulation tracker with an app to get pregnant. There was a app called I don't remember the app right now, but there's a really good app that I had, which I would check my temperature and then pee on a stick to know am I ovulating or not ovulating. So yes, it was my best friend. So I'm so glad that they're coming up with they have these beautiful ovulation trackers.